Hey guys, welcome to day 15 of the 100 Day Project. Yesterday was day 14. This is what we made. Video is up. You're welcome to go watch it. Today, we're gonna have kind of a cheat day. When I walked into my room, I saw this sitting here because I always leave the day before project on my table. I saw this and I saw this. This is what I'd left out. And I had been thinking about some of the comments that I had been reading and how some of you wanted to make some of these, that you were trying to find another alternative to use instead of the canvas. And I thought, well, I've already got this sitting out. And the first thing I saw was this cardboard here. And I thought, you know, this would make a cute, similar piece too. So what I'm going to do today is very similar to what we did yesterday, except we're going to do it in cardboard fashion. And we're not going to use chain. We're going to use the ribbon. We're going to kind of do it in a way I talked about yesterday, where if you have trouble with your hands working on small things, you can do it a different way. So while it's a little bit cheating, it's not cheating because it is a little different. We're going to use what we used yesterday. These are the same scraps we had yesterday, some leftovers. And I have the same pieces of fabric out from yesterday. All I did was go and find a few more things that I could use to make a second one, because we're going to cut this in half. And I thought I'd do some pinks. I have a bag of ribbon, and then I have our lace from yesterday. I don't know if we used this or not, but it's out. We have our flowers from yesterday, and another little bag with ribbon in it, and a little bag with some pieces of thread that you don't use. I love to save those and use those in projects. We might use that. I don't know. It's just over here. This is some zipper that I had left over, I saved. And it was like this because I cut it off and I just pulled it apart, and I thought that might be cute on there. I don't know until we get there, but that's here. And I have my sticker sheets still out from yesterday, and I have my box of little charms out if we want to use that. I don't know that we will. Beads could be used instead if you want to use beads. That'd be cool. All right, so the first thing I want to do is take this cardboard, and I'm going to find the center-ish of the cardboard. Let's say it's right there, about right there. And I'm just going to cut that in half so we have two pieces to work with. You could tear it. Okay, now we have two pieces to work with. We're going to need a hole punch or something sharp like an awl to make our holes for hanging. You could work on this side or you could work on this side. I kind of prefer this side. Here's the papers for the bluish one, although it looks green in the camera. And then we have some pinkish tones over here. I want to leave some of this showing because I think it's cute. I don't want straight edges. I want jagged edges, so I'm going to be tearing this, and I'll probably tear this, so we won't have as big a strip as we did yesterday, but that's okay because we still want to leave some of this exposed. Tear off all the straight edges because I don't want a straight edge. It's just a preference. You can have a straight edge. This is so rugged looking. I think a straight edge would look a little odd with it, but that's just me. You do you. I'm gonna go find something that's a little more, okay, here's a piece of music paper that's darker, so we're gonna use that because I kind of want that look today. First, I want to glue this down. Yesterday I used matte medium to make sure everything was glued down real well, but because this is so rough and rugged, it's not going to be all smooth and sealed down like the edges of this. What we're going to do is probably leave it kind of rugged, and I'll just take regular glue, and if some of the edges stick up, they stick up. Now what I think I will do though is go get some distress ink, and I think I'll distress the edges. This is by Tim Holtz. This is a walnut stain. This one's a vintage photo. I might use the vintage photo on the other one, but on this one right now, I'm going to use the walnut stain. I'm just going to take one of my little daubers. You can use a Q-tip, or you can use, just rub it on there like that. What else could you use? A makeup sponge. All right, this is going to dry for just a second. So while that's drying, let's go ahead and work on this one here. I don't know, I may change this. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I'll probably cut the hearts out before I glue this down because I can't decide. Okay, let's glue this stuff down. I'm just gonna use this Sobo glue. I've had this forever, so I'm just using it up. And I think I'll take a brush and brush it on. Let's put this over here and let's bring this back and let's go ahead and look at our colors that I brought over of the fabric for the pink. I like this and I like this. And these are, I said in yesterday's video, in case you didn't see yesterday's video, these are swatches from a upholstery company. I always try to make it a little bigger than I think I need because I can always cut it down. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and glue my papers down. I did not distress this one. I'm not going to right now. We're going to leave it and see what happens. Allie's in here jumping around deciding where she wants to settle. She jumps up in my chair that's at the other desk and it twirls. When she jumps in, she sits down and she goes round and round and round. It's actually kind of funny to watch her. Sometimes she winds up stopped facing the wall. She doesn't like that. So she gets back down and goes to the little couch behind me. Smart little thing. She got a timeout yesterday. I don't know what was wrong with her. She and Oscar were playing and I guess she got her feelings hurt or something. I don't know, but you know, they stopped playing and she was over on the chair and then she jumped down off the chair where I was sitting. She was with me. This was in the evening. And Oscar was walking by and she did like, you know how a cat does when it's stalking something? And she kind of hunkered down and looked at him and then she charged at him and just bit at him and, you know, like a little mini attack or something. And it wasn't a nice one, you know, it wasn't a playful one. You could tell she was a little irritated. And she doesn't do that very often, occasionally when they get a little rough, but they weren't being rough. He hadn't done anything to her. She just had a mood or something. I don't know. So she got put on the couch on the other side of the room in timeout where she has to sit there or lay there for a little while till she's allowed to get down. Doesn't last very long. She has such a sweet, timid little heart that I can't leave her in timeout too long because she won't know why she's there and she won't understand. And she's so sweet. But boy, she just had a little fit there. All right, I'm going to cut my hearts for this one. I'm going to use the same background that I did yesterday, which is this one here. And then I'm going to cut out probably this one, just like yesterday, because I like it. And then I might cut out a third heart for this one. And I was also thinking of cutting a third heart for this one. So when I come back, I'm not going to do that on camera because I'm just cutting hearts, just like you saw me do a minute ago. When I come back, I'll have my hearts for this guy here and for this one, it'll be finished too. Okay, I have my hearts cut out. They're not glued down. I still have my little pieces here in case I want to use those. I'm having a problem liking these because I so adore this one and the other one that I showed you yesterday. So I'm comparing them, you know, and here we go with the comparison problem. So I'm going to try not to compare while we continue on because I really want to give you guys another option of how to make these. This seemed like a good way to do it. I'm going to see if my zipper looks good in here. Not really. We'll just skip the zipper for now, so that can be gone. I'm going to go ahead and glue my hearts down now because I've decided this is where I want them. I am going to make sure and leave enough room here and here for my little ribbon to hang. And if you want to put something down here, leave enough room down here for a hole. Okay, so I'm going to glue these on and I'll be right back. I glued the hearts on. I'm thinking about taking some gesso and kind of pushing back this color. I was going to do it before I put the hearts on, but then I thought, no, maybe I'll want the paint to touch the hearts as if it's like supposed to be that way. So I might do that. I went through my little bags of thread. I pulled off some of that for this one and this one. And then I went and got some buttons, and I love buttons that are the kind that someone clipped them off of a shirt or a dress and left the threads in, and they look old. And I have my flowers out. I'm thinking of using this flower on this one, and not sure about this one yet. And I've got my trim here. I'm going to use this trim. Yesterday we pulled out, but we didn't use. I'm going to use a piece of that on this one. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. And on this one, we're going to use the one we used yesterday, which is this one. And I'm going to ravel the ends a little bit like we did yesterday. All right, let's start with this one here. The threads I kind of want in the center like this, just kind of all over the place. And we're going to glue the trim over it so that threads stay down. And then I was going to use this button, and I'm not sure about the flower, so let's decide on the flower. I think this one too. I think we'll use this one today for both. You know why I like this one better today is because it's jaggedy and raggedy, and this is jaggedy and raggedy, and it just goes good together. That should be the title of the video, Jaggedy and Raggedy. All right, let me cut off the stem. I'm going to glue down my trim, and the glue I'm using for that, the Helmar's 450 quick dry adhesive. That looks kind of cute. Let's do that. That looks cute. I like that. Okay, let's move over to this one. I am going to take a little bit of gesso though. Let's use a little bit of gesso and just kind of push this back a little bit. Just a little cluster down there at the bottom. That's pretty. Okay, I want to distress my flowers a little bit. I wasn't sure until now, so I didn't do it beforehand. If you're sure beforehand, go ahead and do that before you do all this gluing down. And I do like the gesso put down on this piece to kind of push back the background. And then the top pieces stand out more. We're going to put the holes in the top now. I have some ribbon. I'm going to make this really simple. All I want to do, I'm not even going to use a hole punch. I'm just going to take a sharp object. You can use a knife or anything you can get a hole started. I want to find out where my holes are going to go. Stick a hole through. That's good enough. Not even, but good enough. Then we're just going to take the end of the sari, and sari ribbon is just the remnants of clothing, like those scarves that women wear from head to around their body. The remnants are all cut in strips and sewn together and sold, and I need to order some. I get mine off Etsy. No particular person, just whoever I find that has it, the one I want. Okay, then you need something to poke this through. Just a little end of a brush or something will work. I'm going through the back so that it's in the front because I want to tie a knot in the front. There you go. Easy. You can trim these if you want, but I'm not going to trim mine. I like them that way. The other one, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to run it through the front and tie the knot in the back. Now I have my ribbons through both. And now if you want to add a charm or something, you can go ahead and find a little charm or something to put. But I don't see anything that's striking my fancy in this box, so I'm going to move on to something else. I looked through another little box I've got full of little things, and I didn't see anything in here I liked either. I do like these little clay pieces that I made a long time ago. I just used some stamps. They need to be sanded. I don't want to sand them. I think they look cute, all lumpy. But this could have been cute in the center there if you painted or something, but it's too late for that now. So nothing in here, and I did come across these leaves. I used these leaves a few weeks ago, well, a few months ago, when I made some gnomes for my sister, and I used these on the top hat. These might be cute on here. I love leaves, so let's see. I'm gonna take pictures and decide. I took a picture without it, and then I took a picture with it, and I like it. Okay, the only thing left to decide is a word. Be brave. That should go on one of them. I don't think we're gonna put words. I really think we don't need it. The only other thing I might do is distress the edges of this a little bit more. Okay, I gave the edges a little bit more of a distress and a little bit in the corners here. So that's it. So if you can't make one of these because of all the little details of the chains and stuff, this is a really good option, and it's really cute. And you could go as far with it as you want to. You could add charms and all the things that I added yesterday, or you could just go basic. This looks very natural. I love the use of the cardboard because it's a natural element. I love the use of the leaf because it represents nature. I love the use of cotton. I like cotton. I'm happy. I'm not comparing, because if I compare, I like that better. But I do love these, and I think these look really cute hung. I also think they'd look really cute stuck in a book or on a book cover or something like that. And at some point, we may use these later on. I don't know. I may take this out and use it, or leave this on there and just stick it in the book. I don't know. On the front of a book? That'd be really cute. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you make some. Let me know if you go for this option or if you go for the canvas option. And I will see you tomorrow for day 16. Bye-bye.